Thomas Greta was a promising political candidate in New Jersey,
I'm going to be in Trenton.
giving stump speeches in early 2011 and making promotional videos.
I'm Tom Greta, running for New Jersey Senate.
But the aspiring senator had a secret. What voters didn't know is that Greta was an ex-con who spent 2 years in prison on embezzlement charges. Voters were in the dark because most U.S. politicians don't get background checks, or, if they do, don't reveal them to the public. Background checks have become routine in the corporate world because, according to the Justice Department, 30% of all American adults have some kind of criminal record. But now there's help. CandidateCheck. It's a background check and resume verification service for political candidates. And CandidateCheck is completely nonpartisan. The company has been attracting national media attention.
There's an age-old question some may want to consider. Are the candidates who they say they are? Enter CandidateCheck.
Both times I ran against somebody who in one way, shape, or form was not being fully forthright about their personal issues in the campaign, and it never came out in the normal vetting process.
CandidateCheck is changing that, conducting background checks of candidates and examining criminal records, civil suits, job and educational histories, professional credentials, and military backgrounds.
Candidates are seeking your vote and your trust and asking for your endorsements and yard sign volunteers. They should be more forthright about their background as well.
In 2011 alone, CandidateCheck repeatedly found examples of politicians with hidden arrests and embarrassing civil records from coast to coast, New Jersey to Washington State, undisclosed drug arrests, welfare fraud convictions, bankruptcies. It's a national problem at every political level.
I'm not a witch.
Remember Christine O'Donnell, the U.S. Senate candidate from Delaware? She failed to tell voters about an IRS lien and a big judgment against her by her mortgage company.
I got 60% of the vote.
And then there's Alvin Green, the political novice and U.S. Senate candidate. South Carolina voters didn't know it, but he was facing felony obscenity charges at the time. But the classic example is World War II war hero Douglas Stringfellow. Utah voters elected him to Congress, impressed by his Silver Star for valor, his exploits as a top-secret OSS spy, and the dark months he spent as a German POW, tortured so severely he became a paraplegic. But Stringfellow's whole story was a hoax. He wasn't a POW or a spy, had no medals, and wasn't even a paraplegic. He had been wounded in a routine mine accident and could walk with a cane. He resigned from Congress in humiliation.
We must and we will win.
This national problem demands a national solution. CandidateCheck, applying the best hiring practices of the private sector to the political candidates who represent us in public life.